Dagenham, on the banks of London's River Thames, is one of the great anvils of the motor industry. At this and other plants, Ford of Britain shape and fashion 3,000 cars every day. Cars for the family, the businessman, the traveler, and the housewife. By a skillful blend of design, engineering, and manufacture, Dagenham has also produced one of the classic competition cars of this generation. That car is the Cortina. The facts about it are already part of motoring history. It took 4 years and £12 million to develop. It was an instant success from the day of its launch. By the time the car's second birthday was celebrated, it was being sold at a rate of well over 1,000 a day and playing a significant part in British exports. The men who build the Cortina mark with pride that their car has won more races and rallies than any other saloon car ever before. Success came quickly in 1963 and set a pattern for the following year. On the tortuous testing rally roads and in the tight discipline of the circuits, 1964 became indeed the year of the Cortina, at the height of which came the very special award, Car of the Year. This then is the story of that year, when victory piled upon victory, one championship after another, and the motoring press wrote Cortina across the headlines of the world. In motor racing and rallying, you have to win the hard way. You match a fine car with a top driver, and then you try and break both their hearts with practice, and more practice. You set an uncompromising standard for engine, suspension, tires, and the whole complex of the car, and then you start practicing all over again. You turn your drivers loose in conditions like this test track where the British Army tries to break up its tanks. You watch and time them having their own private battles, and if they survive, you still haven't won a single race, but at least you know you're in the competition business. In a special factory just north of London, an even more powerful version of the car is developed, the Cortina Lotus, being brought to racing trim for the 1964 season. Colin Chapman, Wizard of Lotus, is always available to advise and check the work of his experts. There's a long-standing link between Ford and Lotus. Chapman developed the 995cc Anglia engine in the Formula Junior racing car. This remarkable little power pack swept the Green Lotus by hundreds of checkered flags and took the championship year after year. The experts recognized in the March and the start of the motor racing season in Britain. And in good British weather, too. Torrential rain, a near-flooded course, and the promise of some dicey motoring. Points scored on this windy, rain-swept track count towards the vital British Saloon Car Championship. The glitter of a Ford Galaxy and a clutch of Cortinas away in the lead at the drop of a flag. Champion Jack Sears in the big Galaxy is challenged all the way by the reigning world champion Jim Clark and teammate Peter Arundel in Cortinas. The worst track conditions since the war put paid to many hopes, even Sears damaging a wheel after an argument with a Cooper to put him out of the running. For Clark, a wet but winning first in class, and his teammates making it a fine 2 and 3 as well. April, and the weather improving for the Alton Park meeting. Again, the Galaxy Cortina partnership on the grid, and again a cracking pace from the word go. During this month, the Cortina went... At an average speed of almost 84 miles per hour, Jim Clark in a Cortina wins outright and takes a first in class, with the other Cortinas adding 2 and 3 and 4 to the classification. April at Aintree. Sunshine and speed and the pack roaring after each other with no holds barred. Even a cameraman has a risky job, for Mini number 143 hits a photographer's stand and stays to pose for pictures. A giant Galaxy first over the line. But Jim Clark notches up a third vital class win in 3 consecutive meetings, and the points pile up for the Saloon Car Championship. Trophies pile up too, with news of successes in Pensacola, Florida, the La Roche in Belgium, the Heilinger event in Sweden, and the Østfold, Norway. On the 2nd of May, it looked like a Ford benefit on the starting grid at Silverstone. 3 Galaxies, Jack Sears, Dan Gurney and Sir Gawain Bailey, flanked by Jim Clark in the impudent Cortina. Behind them are the Cortinas of Peter Arundel, Chris Craft and Frank Gardner. Behind them, the field. Anxious moments for Australian Frank Gardner in Cortina 27. Some more grass track racing from a Mini and a Cortina. Silverstone logs another 1, 2, 3 in class for the Cortinas, and it's still early days of the season. Time enough for Cortinas to win a further 6 international events in Denmark, Belgium, Sweden, and Switzerland. While the track events were hitting the springtime headlines, a team of work-centered Cortina set out to conquer Africa in the 1964 Safari Rally. And what a conquest that was. Peter Hughes, man of the hour and the car of the year, Cortina number 3, that showed the world how to tackle over 3,000 miles of Africa's terrible mud, dust and rocks and come romping home to Nairobi as the outright winner. His teammates added to the scoreboard a fantastic list of prizes. 3rd overall, 1, 2, 3 and 4 in class, team award, index of price performance, and many more. Back in England on the Crystal Palace circuit, and a look at the all-important practice day that precedes each event and determines a driver's position on the starting grid. It's at a practice that some of the very hairy motoring takes place. There's that swinging style of Jim Clark in Cortina 57. Liz Jones, Mini 76, driving with tires on fire. Another Mini, number 77, shows the right way to take a bend. And the wrong way. A very sick little car, but for the driver, it's not as bad as it looks. A damaged pair of glasses and a broken tooth. Familiar opening scene at Crystal Palace, and the big Galaxy leading another clutch of 6 Cortinas. A sad moment for the Galaxy as a tire blows, leaving Clark and Arundel to sweep into the lead with their Cortinas. And again the old 1, 2, 3, and Jim Clark now in a healthy position for the Saloon Car Championship. The longest days of June, and Sweden holds the Midnight Sun Rally. Locally entered Cortina 193 gets a class win for Sweden and some more trophies for the international sideboard. Practice day for the great international 6-hour race at Brands Hatch, and more hairy motoring to get that coveted front rank on the grid. Jack Sears demonstrates how to run out of road. Tipped favorite Eugen Boehringer, leader of the Mercedes team, finds it's not all plain sailing. A Jaguar, looking a trifle embarrassed, comes in from out of the country. The race itself, 6th of June, the anniversary of D-Day. Another beachhead for Cortina. Drivers get their pre-race briefing, and again the Cortinas have the 3-star positions on the line. This is a truly international event, with strong contingents entered from Mercedes, BMW, Lancia, and Alfa Romeo, all challenging the many British cars. Keep an eye on Sir John Whitmore in Cortina 19 and Henry Taylor in Cortina 20, where a lively tussle is beginning to develop between these two and their big brother, the Galaxy. Whitmore in the lead, but only just. The Galaxy in fighting trim. Taylor into the bend, then the Galaxy overtakes and the Cortinas fight to hold on. This is indeed great motoring for driver and spectator. Rain showers bring a new hazard as Sir John takes the Cortina up to and past his friendly rival. These are the highlights of saloon car racing, the gems in a thrill-packed show, with the Cortina now firmly out in front. American lady driver Denise McLuggage in Mini number 31 performed a somersault that would delight a circus crowd. The lucky lady is unhurt, but